Okay, this is a learn from my mistakes stream. And if you're here, you can ask me questions. I will not be actually making any music, but I will be helping you save your song. So keep watching for that. Uh, what happened to us while we were writing this song was create a mix using a plugin that then expired after 7 days. So we were just using a trial of Neutron 5 and then it expired. And we could have, if we had done this process first, we could have recovered the mix from where we left off at least. At least it would have sounded the same. So that is the premise of exporting stems in the way that I'm about to show you in Studio One. And then also another way to do it as well. So let's go into here. Now, if you're mixing it yourself or you like are on a budget and you're doing a Fiverr mix and you only have like 8 tracks or something like that, then this is, you are seeing my head only. Hold on, let's go here. Then you can go to song. Can you see it? No. Let me move my head out of the way here. There we go. Perfect. You still can't see it. All right. So in Studio One, there's a menu that says song. You hit that, and then you go down to export stems. You hit that. Then, if you're like literally doing every track, you could select every track here, or by hitting, I think it's Alt on PC and it is Option on Mac to select everything. In our case, what we do is mix into subgroups. And so since I have all of these subgroups for everything, I can take either, we have subgroups going into subgroups. So, so if we wanted the mix to sound identical, we could get the all instrument bus and the all drums bus so that all the processing that is on those is also in the like mix recovery thing. And if we want the mix to just be pretty decent, pretty close, then we can actually just, and have more granular control, we can do the subgroup in front of those final subgroups, which would just be like basses, guitars, keys, etc. So, so in this case, I think I am going to export stems in front. Oh, and then also effects. I know you guys are like having maybe issues with effects. So in this case, I have just tons of effects. And the way that I like to do it, this is based on Jesse Ray Ernster's vocal effects run template that he does in Pro Tools. I created a new one. In fact, that's what I'm going to do later on in this very stream. So, but before I get to that, all these effects. So we have these micro shift, pitch shifters, doublers, delays, reverbs. All of these are going back into the main vocal bus. So the vocal buses that I have a lead vocal bus for the main vocal, whether it's the chorus, whether it's the verse, those are separated before going into the lead vocal bus. And then I have a background vocal bus, which is like stacks, all ad-lib vocals, alternate vocals, and harmony vocals. And all those go into a vocal bus. And then there's another all vocals bus, which has this final bit of processing on it. I know it's a lot of layers, but we're going to just ignore the all vocal bus for this process and think of it as in terms of lead vocal bus. So the lead vocal bus has all of the lead vocal effects sent to this bus so that the relative mix of effects is balanced when you bounce this down. And if you want to pull it back up, you have all of your effects baked into the track and it sounds identical to your mix. And that's why I mix this way. And I actually do the same thing with the background vocal bus. So all of the effects that the background vocals go to are not identical. They're not the same effects that the verse vocals go. The lead vocals go to because they're separate. So there's actually an entire separate run of effects for background vocals. So they're slightly different. And then those return to the background vocal bus. So you have kind of control over them. And so what I like to do is if I were concerned about the effects being mixed in too much, I would export the stems twice. So I'd export them once by muting, like literally just go over here to the excuse me, to the vocal effects and hit mute, and do the same thing for the background vocal effects, and bounce them that way, and then do the opposite. So first we're going to bounce everything the way that we like it. So instead of doing the global groups, like we have a global group for instrument, a global group for drum. Well, I think we might keep the drums, but a global group for drums and a global group for vocals. Instead of using the all vocals and the all instruments buses, we're going to skip those. We're just going to do the lead vocal bus and the background vocal bus, which turns into the all vocals bus, correct? And all the effects are bounced into there. So we're baking all the effects into the stem. Then we're going to do the same thing. Then we're going to just go down to our other groups and get basses. Organ. I did mute this, but I don't think it's going to bounce if I have it muted. Okay, keys. And then I had some, I think that's it, keys and guitars. Those are groups, or I could individually get the channels if I wanted to, but I think in this case, they're pretty separated and blended pretty well. This is fine. So I don't actually have that many things to deal with, and all drums also. And then we export this, and if we opened these stems in a new session, it would sound almost identical to the mix we have. So yeah, so that's the way I do it. So let's just delete the prefix and hit export. And I like to do it from the same thing. All these settings seem fine. And so this is like my recovery in case my plugins expire or they don't work, or like there's an update and now they're not compatible. I can at least pull these up and like remix the session if I need to, based on that. So that's it. Like that's pretty simple. And so what did I just say we were doing earlier? We're gonna have I'm gonna redo this vocal template with Plugin Alliance plugins. So right now, the vocal effects run template I have is using Melda plugins, which you can get like a subscription of. I think it's advertised as $15 a month, but they have like some fees and taxes, so it comes out to be about $18, which is a little bit more than I want to pay for this bundle right now, unless somebody, just a generous anonymous donor, wants to be like, "Hey, man, I think you're doing a great job, and I want to save your behind. I think you can keep going. Just keep going." Unless you want to be generous and help me out, then we're gonna have to cancel the Melda bundle and keep the Plugin Alliance bundle. But I think long term it's fine, and the Plugin Alliance bundle is pretty amazing sounding. Pretty amazing. All right, we're almost done exporting these effects, and so these stems. And it creates a folder in Studio One. It creates a folder and puts everything nicely into there. In fact, let me show that to you. So we have songs there. It's already right here, stems. So it's got all drums, basses, background vocal bus, guitars, keys, lead vocal bus. That's everything in the track. These are subgroups. So then we just need to one more bounce, one more stems, but we're going to mute all the wet effects on the vocals so we don't have them. So let's do that here. We're going to do it into a different folder as well. Actually, let's just rename the folder that it did. Let's go up one. Stems wet is what we're going to call it. Stems. Okay, Mac. There we go. Wet. All right. And then we'll do another one, muting. And if you were sending this off to a mixer, you could, it would be very wise to send both sets of stems so that they know like kind of the vibe you were going for, mix wise. So in this vocal run template, I put like a master. All the effects go to one bus, and then that bus goes to your either lead vocal bus or background vocal bus, depending on which run it is. So here So you have control by hitting mute. You mute all of the time-based effects for the main vocal, the lead vocal, and then you can do the same thing for the background vocal somewhere. Background vocal effects. Here we go. Mute. It's not as many. And then it looks like, okay, I think these were supposed to be part of it. Let's just mute these. Anyway, these are going to the main. I just realized that. Maybe I'm using the wrong version of the template, but that's fine. All right, so this is the dry version. Export stems. All right, cool. Well, that might explain a lot actually, but anyway, let's go ahead and bounce this down. Yeah, this is supposed to go to that. Okay. Well, I'll work on that because that's what we're doing today. Is we're fixing that. Fixing the vocal run template. So, also, if you do want a copy of the vocal run template, it is free inside of BAP Mixing, which is my mixing course, or the 7 Doll Hairs VIP Songwriters group. Yeah, we're almost there. We're actually just going to close the session and try to pull up the original template. I should probably have put like not making music. If you've gotten this far, hopefully all the good information you got. I'm not going to be making any music. I'm really going to be editing this vocal template today. So, yeah, just a heads up. So the original tempo here is 128 for these stems. So let me. I don't want to save this actually. I need to unmute these. Okay, there. I guess unmute these. Interesting. And unmute this. All right, and then we'll save it. And everything should be back to normal. Let me close this. All right, and I'm going to try to find the, maybe just create a new, let's do that. The rainbow wheel of life. Has this ever happened to you? I actually my wife and I actually drove through the end of the rainbow. I didn't think you could actually hit the end of a rainbow. I thought it was just like a thing that would be an optical illusion and like just kind of disappear. And it kind of did disappear, but we were definitely there at the end of the rainbow one day. We're just driving this giant rainbow and it's just like landing basically. It looks like it's just hitting the road where we are, close to our neighborhood, and we're just till we turn on that road, and then like we're like literally driving through the rainbow. It was crazy. All right, so let's create a new session, and so I'm going to use the template that I have so far. Let me make sure I'm using the right one. Vocal run template new. There we go. And then this is be like vocal run edit, vocal run PA folks run PA edit. Okay, and I'm going to do it at 48. I'm going to just put the tempo the same as the last song because I'm going to use the dry vocals to tweak stuff. All right. Pictures art didn't happen. Bro, it was weird. It was wild, bro. I didn't think you could do it. I didn't think it existed. It was just the red and it was just it's so big. Like the colors, like just massive. I found the end of the rainbow, bro. All right. So also I realized that this is still my folder template and I don't like the folders. So I think I'm going to remove the folders. I don't know how to do this exactly. So we'll be learning. in real time here because I forgot that it's like this. Let me. Does anybody know? Somebody else is here when I get clumsy. Watch the beginning if you want to know the information about how to save your tracks. Here is where we're stumbling and redoing the Jesse Ray Ernster Vocal Run template in Studio One with Plugin Alliance plugins. Ooh, that's hard to say. All right, but I don't remember how to get rid of these folder tracks. I think there's a way, or maybe it. It is nice to have. I guess you can just get rid of it, but I don't ever use this up here. All right. We'll just go with what we have, and then we're just going to go down. Let's import those stems temporarily that we just bounced. So this should be that. But only the lead vocal bus and the background vocal. You know what? Actually, we'll just bring them all in just so we don't go crazy. And see how our mix sounds with exporting the stems and see if I forgot something. Maybe I forgot something. We'll just see if it actually works. We should get a very similar sounding mix without our PC going crazy. Can't wait for another day. Oh, yeah. Time's gonna slip away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way. You're stuck in the weeds 'cause you're crawling. All right, I thought I took the. Oh, I did it on the first one. Okay, now another thing to take note is you want to have your bus levels at 0 for the mix to actually be identical. So we didn't do that, which is fine. Yeah, it's just we'll just have to. And then for some reason, the harmony did not bounce. That's really weird. But it's there. Interesting. Okay, well, this is just good to know. So when I go back into the session, I can make sure the harmonies are here. And just make sure that this. All right, cool. So it's fine. So this is just to test this template anyway. So what I need to do, so when you just say we just recorded this vocal and it's going to be your lead vocal, this is how I use this template. You send it to the lead vocal bus. And now that lead vocal bus will send to the vocal run effects. Or not. Or no, you send it to, I see. You send it to either the chorus or the verse vocal bus. In this case, since they're in one, we'll send it to, doesn't matter, I guess. All right, chorus vocal bus. There we go. Yeah, no problem. Are you back already? I didn't even see your message till now. And I originally had these post fader, but I think I'm gonna switch it back to fader so that you can just blend it like you're supposed to. I know there was a reason I did this. Oh, because All right, so what I want to do is post fader, but also mute the fader. That doesn't work. Okay, so this acts a little bit differently than Pro Tools, which is why I did it this way. Pro Tools will still let you mute the channel, but also use the fader to control the send, which is, I guess ideal in this case, because we don't want the raw vocal going back out to the main mix again twice, because it's already going to the main mix. So that's the difference. So that's why we mute or put the fader all the way down here. But we still have a control over all of the effects here. And for this song, I actually did not use this quarter delay, so because it was just a little muddy, and we switched and we used this one. But we do need a quarter delay. So today, all I'm doing is going through and trying to figure out how to replace all of these. So with Plugin Alliance plugins, so this is going to be a little clumsy. So maybe watch the beginning. Watch if you want to see me make this song from scratch, like write, come off the top of my head, figure out what I'm playing, all that kind of stuff from scratch. Watch the playlist. It's the newest one on the channel right now, but I'll have a name for it. Probably can't wait for another day. Will be in the title. Eventually, I think that's what I'm going to call the song. It seems to make sense. And watch the whole playlist. Watch me stumble through this one. It was a little bit of a trick, especially since we did have the Neutron go out on us. Man, 7 days for a trial is just not very long, guys. Like, what? Like, man, if I knew it was so short, I would have just, I don't know, maybe just not used it. It's kind of like wasted 2 days of my time. But thanks, Isotope. Okay, so I'm just going to solo this. So this is what the double tracker is doing. So we want to emulate something like this with the Plugin Alliance. I'm just going to get rid of this, and we're just going to go down to Plugin Alliance, and we're going to try to find something. Or, you know what I really should do is use stock plugins. That would be smart. That I don't think they're quite there. I don't think they're quite there. They're close. You could make it work maybe. But, let's see here. Better Maker. What do I got? I got everything. Pass. What is Aura? So that's another reverb, right? What is that thing called? I don't even know. Stereo something. Stereo Maker. Okay. Guess we'll go with this. Let's see. Isn't there like a delay, like a micro delay thing in Plugin Alliance? So many options. None of them are what I'm looking for. All right. another thing that when you're making a vocal template, especially if you're doing anything live, like you gotta be careful with the delay time, the processing delay. Yeah, no problem. I'm just looking for like, what should I be using for this? I thought they had like a delay, instant delay. All right. This. This. I need like one of those like really short delays. Beat delay. Like a chord. Maybe I need to install something else. You know, this might be a project that takes a couple of days, to be honest. The thing I have on there sounds okay. It's just not like. Isn't there a delay in? What is it called? Delay 2500. You know? Oh my gosh. There's so many mosquitoes in here, guys. You don't even understand. Okay. Should be maybe a preset for this. Presets. There we go. Vocal thicker. There you go. I'm just looking for like a micro shift thing. All right, let's just try vocal thicker and see what this is. Can you hear this at all? Okay, well, we don't want any of that stuff. Let's just get rid of the feedback. We'll do the short delay here, 375. Is that short enough? Oh, look at this. We have a chorus and a flanger. Well, this is neat. Didn't they update this? This is like one of those plugins I don't ever update. Ottawa? Is it just me? Like, why is it so muffled? Is the actual vocal like that? No. Okay, I guess that's just... So originally we had this happening. It sounds similar. Now, I don't know why everything sounds muffled. It must be this. Actually, I have no idea why it sounds so muffled. Somewhere there's some kind of high cut going on. I guess it's in this delay. That was really weird. I'm gonna mute this, just this Kirchhoff, just to see. There's no effects on this. Like, it should sound clean. I mean, I guess it is. It's just quiet. Oh, vocal effects. All right.
You're stuck in the weeds cause you're crawling, going faster in your mind, it's just all like, get out of the dirt, you fall.
Okay, so that is this one, and this is
You're stuck in the weeds cause you're crawling, going faster in your mind, it's just all
like that's way bigger. That's way bigger. So we need to.
You're stuck in the weeds cause you're crawling, going faster in your mind, it's just all like, get out of the dirt, you fall.
Oh, here's a filter. Low pass. Here.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own way. It's time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. You're stuck in the You're stuck in the weeds cause you're crawling, going faster in your mind, it's just all like, get out of the dirt, you fall.
Sync. There we go. Okay, so we'll do like a really short. Okay, we want 8th triplet, 16th. 16th as short as we can go.
You're stuck in the weeds cause you're crawling, going faster in your mind, it's just all like, get out of the dirt, you fall. Better get up now cause you're all in. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own way. It's time for the
Actually, that's clean because it has this ducker built in too, which is interesting. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, coughed right in the microphone.
You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own way. It's time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day.
Okay. The thing that the Melda one has is like a little bit of, I think it has a reverb also, so that's why it sounds much bigger.
You're stuck in the weeds cause you're crawling, going faster in your mind.
Maybe it doesn't. Space, yeah.
Better get up now cause you're all in. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord.
Just a tiny bit of reverb on this. But they actually sound much more similar now. So I think what we're going to do is leave that as that preset. So I usually have 2 of these. I have one way, and then we'll do another one that's just slightly slower. And then maybe a little more, or maybe a flanger on this one. I don't know. Maybe actually less chorus. Maybe more chorus.
You're stuck in the weeds cause you're crawling, going faster in your mind, it's just all in. Get out of the dirt, you fall. Better get up now cause you're all in. No heroes here to hold the fort.
Oh, we're still soloing the old one.
You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own way. It's time for the chorus. Can't wait. You're stuck in the weeds cause you're crawling, going faster in your mind, it's just all in. Get out of the dirt, you fall. Better get up now cause you're all in. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own way. It's time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. You're stuck in the weeds cause you're crawling, going faster in your mind, it's just all in. Get out of the dirt, you fall. Better get up now cause you're all in. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to the other one, and I think I'm going to increase the chorus for this. Whoa. Okay, so that's everything. So we just want these 2 here. So they're distinctly different. Like, so this one is. Oh, that's cool.
Move forward, don't stand in your own way. It's time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. You're stuck in the weeds cause you're crawling, going faster in your mind, it's just all in. Get out of the dirt, you fall. Better get up now.
That will be nice. Okay, so we have that one, and then we have this one, which is more of a traditional. Micro shift.
Time's gonna slip away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find break out of the cocoon, you're glowing. Spread your wings, now you're soaring. Be the architect of your future, no doubt, no fear. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own way. It's time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day.
This is a little more traditional sounding. So I think if you blend these 2 together. Let's mute these. Oops, not that. So this is too slow. So we do need to be all the way. That's as fast as it gets. So we actually made it to take it out of sync mode and go shorter. So we're at 117 milliseconds. Let's take it down to like 40, I guess. Into Haas effect. 40, we'll use math. We'll do 42. Maybe 56.
Don't get me wrong, we'll find break out of the cocoon, you're glowing. Spread your wings, now you're soaring. Be the architect of your future, no doubt, no fear. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord.
I wonder what this auto was. Oh, it's on. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna turn the auto wah off. Okay, cool. Let me mute this one. Now we'll mess with this one again. Yeah, it's just too much time. So going to sync. We could go half of whatever this is. That's like, let's just go to 64. Did we just say we did 64? So 48.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own way.
32. Oh, well, that explains why we're not hearing it.
Don't get me wrong, we'll find break out of the cocoon, you're blind for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. Time's gonna slip away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find break out of the cocoon, you're blind for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. Time's gonna slip away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay.
And this is a little aggressive, I think, maybe with these, at least with the low pass. But it's just.
Don't get me wrong, we'll find break out the cocoon, you're glowing. Spread your wings, now you're soaring. Be the architect, I'm for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. Time's gonna slip away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find break out the cocoon.
Okay, so we've replaced two of the plugins. A quarter delay should be easy. We can actually use the same plugin for the delay, I guess. I think, hold on a second. Did Plugin Alliance come out with a new delay plugin, or they just updated this one? It seems like I remember something coming out. I'm not sure that this is the most updated version of this. So there's that. Splat. Yeah. I have a stereo tap delay and the BX delay and Tantra. Okay. Okay, so we're going to use just the same one here and get a quarter delay going. So I kind of want to, maybe there's a preset for quarter. There's eighth notes. All right, so we'll just pick this. put it in sync mode, the quarter delay on, and just have a listen and see what this is doing.
For the chorus, can't wait for another day. Time's gone, if it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we're fine.
Like that is way too slow. Like it's not that's not a quarter note. That is like,
For the chorus, can't wait for another
well, maybe it is.
time's gone,
This might be the time to use the stock. Oh, there's a 12-bit. Oh, I just see this distortion thing. Actually, let me go back and make sure that these are not 12-bit, 24-bit. Okay, 24-bit. All right, well, that explains a lot. I'm like, why does this sound so bad?
for the chorus, can't wait for another day. Time's gone, it's slipped away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way. I think I could. I'm for the chorus, can't wait for another day. Time's gone, it's slipped away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way. I think I could. You're growing, spread your wings now. I'm for the chorus, can't wait for another day. I'm for the chorus, can't wait for another day.
Just making sure I have the other one set to wet.
I'm for the chorus, can't wait for another day. Time's gone, it's slipped away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way. I think I couldn't grow. I'm for the chorus, can't wait for another day. Time's gone, it's slipped away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way. I think I couldn't grow. Spread your wings now, we're solid. Be the architect.
What does this mean, offset? Oh, I see. Like,
I'm for the chorus, can't wait for another day. Time's gone, it's slipped away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay.
like it shouldn't, I don't know, it shouldn't feedback that much at that percentage, but
I'm for the chorus, can't wait for another day. Time's gone, it's slipped away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way. I think I could. I'm for the chorus, can't wait for
oh, I see. We need to be this wide.
time's gone, it's slipped away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way. I think I could. You're growing, spread your wings now, we're solid. Be the architect of your future, no doubt, no fear. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on
Usually with delay, I do like to like have a high cut,
the chorus, can't wait for another day.
because when it,
Time's gone, it's
yeah,
slipped away.
this gets out of the way of itself.
Pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way. I think I could. You're glowing, spread your wings now, you're solid. Be the architect of your future, no doubt, no fear. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own ways. Come to the chorus, can't wait for another day.
So like this would work better on the chorus, obviously, than the hook. Oh, and then also we forgot to turn off the other one, so that makes a lot of sense why it's so.
The chorus, can't wait
Now it all makes sense.
time's gone, it's slipped away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong,
Okay. It just has this like, I don't know what the word is, digital sound to it, which I guess is what it's going for. Oh, what just happened? Okay, so let's A-B this. This is what we had before. Tiger, are you around? Let me see. Oh, this was pretty low-key. Just a delay. Okay. Another thing, too, is this delay is being sent to a bunch of reverbs. So that's something to keep in mind. It's going from here to these reverbs that we also have to replace. So, all right. So delay 1 knocked out. So we'll come back and tweak all these once we get them done. But let's maybe copy the same settings so that we don't have to do work from scratch again, and then just double the delay time. The 8th delay, and then we'll just make the offset less for the 8th delay, and it can be less wide. Maybe even bring it in. And then I don't necessarily need it to feedback crazy or at all, but we're just gonna go with this, see what it sounds like. And since we are a shorter delay with less feedback, we can be a little more wider range, just slightly. And I don't know, maybe just put the flanger on there because it's different, and see what it sounds like. Okay, and we never switched it to 8, so there we go. This is one of those situations where I'm going to leave it 8 because we're making a template, but since this song is halftime, like the quarter is an 8th and the 8th should be a 16th, but we're just going to just leave it for now. Whoop, there it goes. Went to 16th. Just thinking about it. All right, here we go. And all right, and so now let's move along then to the next thing. So that's all of the effects I have, but they're also going to all these reverbs, right? So they're going to small room, wood hall, plate, and vowel hollow verb. So we need small room here. I didn't know the wood hall is also going straight into the vowel hollow verb. Okay, anyway, small room. So now we can use we have a couple of options. Now we have this nice better, what is it? Better maker, better something better. We have it. It has like a 60 in it. I'm just gonna search 60. BM60. Yeah, Better Maker. I was right. Better Maker 60. And this is replicating one of the old lexicon units. It sounds really good, actually. So, I don't know that we'll be able to hear it. What do I need to do to hear this? So we have the delay going into the small room. So let's do that then.
Don't get me wrong, we'll find break out of the cocoon, you're glowing. Spread your wings, now you're soaring. Be the architect of your future, no doubt, no fear. No heroes here to hold the floor. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own way, climb for the chorus. Can't wait for another day.
And you have these.
If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't give me.
And that's just to give these delays like a little bit of space. But also, I think I'm going to add this to the vocal run part, but just mute it. So we'll add ascend to the small room. And then just, how can I do less of it or something? Let's see. Can I? All right, we're going to mute the small room here. And then we're just going to solo vocal effects.
Don't get me wrong, we'll find break out of the you're glowing. Spread your wings, now you're soaring. Be the architect of your future, no doubt, no fear.
That sounds better.
It's holding you down.
Too much there.
Move forward, don't stand in your own way, find the chorus. Can't wait for another day. Time goes away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way. Can't wait for.
Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna maybe mute it here, and then we can turn it on based on whether we want the delay to go to the small room or the vocal to go to the small room.
Don't get me wrong, we'll find break out of the cocoon, you're glowing. Spread your wings now.
Okay, and this is like a regular reverb, Woodhall reverb.
No heroes here to hold.
Can I even hear this? Can you hear this? Oh, this should be going to vocal effects. There we go. Okay, we can probably get away with using the same thing, but when I think of a hall, I think of like the Lexicon 480 L thing. And I don't know that it exists in Plugin Alliance. I mean, that's probably the closest thing we can get is that. Actually, let's just do this for a second. Let's do this room, and we'll do like a larger one and see what this sounds like.
No heroes here to hold the floor. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own way, find the chorus. Can't wait for.
That's not a big.
No heroes here to hold the floor. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own way, find the chorus. Can't wait.
Oh, here's the time here. I see.
No heroes here to hold the floor. It's
We're getting there. Like, I'm not in love with this. It is a good way to like fill out your track and not have the reverb actually be too dense. These digital reverbs that were like so limited on processing, like it actually keeps your mix cleaner because it's not like too much reflection, but at the same time, it's just ugh.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus.
All right, I'll just change this to hall for now. There's also a reverb built into a plugin alliance reverb, so it's PX rooms. That's it. Let's see if we can get a little better sound out of this. I don't know. It's probably using the same algorithm or similar, but let's just see.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus.
It still sounds, I don't know, metal. I don't know.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus.
I didn't select hall. I thought I selected hall. Oh, I see. So like when you select one of these, it like resets. Yeah. Okay. I see. Did it go back to where I was?
No.
No. We'll get there eventually. Okay. Something like this.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus.
All right. What do you think? I think I need a better reverb for this one.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path.
It was like a little shorter. How do we reverb time here?
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus.
All right, something like that. All right, then we'll go over here to plate, and I think the first one does a good plate. It has a good plate, fake plate. So just throw this on, put it in plate mode, give it something. See what we have here.
No.
Is anything setting to this? Just this. Right. Nothing, I guess. Let me see. Can you hear like this stuff is like all really quiet, right? Everything. It's just not really like plate. Like this is what a plate sounds like. It has that little bit of more ambience in there. Maybe this is another room's. There's the thing about the rooms is it has that weird resonance. Like they just don't get reverbs. Uh, let's go down to. They have some reverbs down here. We have tails. We have silo, which is weird. Does tails have like a plate setting? It's kind of its own thing, really. This one, because it ducks like very aggressively and resets reverb. Um, maybe stock plugins. I'll turn it. I'll just turn it all the way up, and hopefully, I just. It doesn't help. I'm like coughing in the microphone and stuff. Hold on. Let me get to plug. Excuse me. Personas. They have, what is it? Open air. Room reverb, and then open air. Where's open air? I don't know why I'm not seeing that. It should be alphabetical order. Open air. Here we go. So we'll put that in here. I know there's some plates here. Large plate, medium plate, a guitar plate, A plate. All right.
No heroes here to hold forward. It's only down time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own way. Down for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. Time's gonna slip. No heroes here to hold forward. It's only down time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't
Gold plate.
stand in your own way. Down for the chorus. Can't wait for another. No heroes here to hold forward. It's only down time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own way. Down for the chorus.
That doesn't even sound like a plate.
Time's gonna slip. No heroes here to hold forward. It's only down time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own way. Down for the chorus.
I like this one. Okay, it is smooth.
No heroes here to hold forward. It's only down time to cut the cord. You're on the path.
There's still like that weird resonance. Okay, lock this.
No heroes here to hold forward. It's only down time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own way. Down for the chorus.
These all just sound too fake to me, and I don't know this. This isn't long enough. Can you adjust? A plate.
No heroes here to hold forward. It's only down.
Great plate.
You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own way. Down for the chorus. No heroes here to hold forward. It's only down time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own way. Down for the chorus.
This feels normal. Brass plate.
No heroes here to hold forward. It's only down time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own way. Down for the chorus.
It says 6 seconds, but it doesn't feel like it, does it?
No heroes here to hold forward. It's only down time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own way. Down for the chorus.
Okay. Moving on. And then I actually have a Valhalla verb track also. So let's make sure we get the routing correct we want to have the hall and the plate an option here, just in here, and then maybe just mute them also. Mute. So we have hall and plate. Cool. And then we'll just reset. Hall plate, and then we'll just put them post fader and turn them off, so you can turn them on as you wish. As you wish. Because also, again, the delays are going to all of the reverbs. So this is a way to keep your vocals sounding very clean, which is why I set it up this way. Yeah, if you're looking for the exporting stems bit, go to the beginning of the video. I might just chop off the whole end of this. I don't know. We'll see. Are we starting a new song tomorrow, Tiger? I'm thinking about actually streaming into that Facebook group. Also, but at the same time, I don't know. I just I kind of like, I need two brains. Like I need another brain that can just go back and edit videos for hours at a time, and then another brain that can record another video, and then another brain that could go live and write songs. I mean, like I just see clones. All right.
It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own way, it's time for the chorus.
Okay, that is a lot. Okay. All right, so now we need to do the same thing for the background vocals. Yay. All right. Background vocal effects, run here. Interesting. So it looks like I actually did not finish setting up the background vocal effects. I only have it going into the pitch shifters, which is fine. So we're actually going to take, we're just going to take the shifts that we did from the first one and maybe make them a little more extreme or less extreme. So we'll see. See. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. Okay, let's get rid of this window for a second. How do I do that? Nope. All right. We are getting there, guys. We're getting there. We're getting there. Just, hang on. Hang on. First vocal bus. And then all the backgrounds. This one is not going to the same. Interesting. That's fine. All right. And background shift. So I'm going to take this, drag it over. It's going to let us. So drag and drop, friendly. All right, come on, let's go over. I think it might actually be this track. Let's see. Background, nope. But it is the next one. There we go. And we'll remove that. We'll go get the other one. Drag and drop, drag and drop. There it goes. Hey, look at that. That's doing what I want. Okay, great. All right, we'll drop that. Okay. And we're looking at background vocals only. I'm gonna just
It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own way, it's time for the chorus. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward, don't stand in your own way, it's time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. Time's gonna slip away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way.
Oh, the actual track. Let's just go. To any of these. Yeah.
No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus. No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus.
So let's just exaggerate sort of the settings we did for the verse. And so in this case, we have the flanger going. And we can just do like more of it, maybe.
No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path.
Maybe a little bit of.
Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus.
No, we don't really want feedback.
No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move
Oh,
forward.
still listening to both of these. Oh, I see. It's just one. Okay, these are supposed to be wide, according to.
No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus. No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus. No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus. No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus. No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus. No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus. No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus.
Okay, so that's the wide one. And then here is the other one, whatever that is.
No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward.
That feels wider already. You know what? We're just going to take actually this one and use it. It sounds better. So we're going to use that as the wide one. And then we'll modify this to be something else, I guess. Maybe.
No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus. No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus.
Just something different. Maybe this wah thing. Oh gosh. I don't know why that happened, but we were down to 48. 48. And then this auto wah. I'm just curious what this sounds like. Ooh, neat. That's perfect.
No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus. No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus. No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't say it in your own ways, time for the chorus.
Okay, so now we have like distinctly different tones for these, so that's good.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand.
We obviously have too much reverb, and delays. So,
no heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own ways, time for the chorus. Can't wait for no heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own ways, time for the chorus.
all right. Oh, right. And I was adding these to the template before. These are free plugins. Ooh. You have no brain as well. You have no brain. I have no brain. I'm feeling pretty exhausted, but we're just going. We're doing. So we're just actually doing work. So I realize it's boring. But if you want to see me write a song from scratch, and we're going to start a new one probably tomorrow. So make sure that you subscribe, hit the bell. Also, I got free stuff for you guys. If you're getting stuck in your songwriting, I have everything I know about beating songwriter's block is right here. If for some reason, oh, that is not it. It's somewhere. Hold on 1 minute. There. Okay. What a cluster F. If for some reason you stumbled onto this video and you made it this far in me creating a template from basically scratch, then and you're still stuck in your songwriting because you're watching me, don't get the songwriting remedy and get unstuck in your songwriting, and you can beat songwriter's block. I did it. You can do it. And then let's get back to the show then. All right.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward.
Okay, so this was not integrated correctly. Background, I think because the reason I didn't yeah, this Valhalla chorus, this is I didn't put it in here yet because it's just cool. It's just cool. But I think I was wanting to make two of these maybe and put one in the main thing and one in this. Let's do that. Let's duplicate this track. Can I do that? Can I duplicate a bus? I can just make another bus. Okay, so we're going to take this and put this into background vocal effects. So that's going to go there. And now we have another chorus we can send stuff to. Background vocal effects. So let's make sure we're sending stuff to these. Background Valhalla chorus. Yes. And then we want to copy this because it's a pretty cool setting. So I've been meaning to update this for a second. So let's add a new bus. Add bus, not for selected channel, just add a bus. Add bus channel. There we go. And this is going to be Val chorus. Lead, I guess. Lead. And we're going to just slide it over here to somewhere. Actually, let me copy it real quick. This thing. So this is a free plugin, right? So y'all can get this. Everybody can get this. It's fine. And we'll put it here. And we're going to send. It's one of those things where you send it, but you turn it all the way down. And you can add it later. All right. So Val chorus lead. There we go. And let's just see what this sounds like actually.
No heroes here to hold the
It should be sending. Oh, pre-chorus. Pre-fader. There we go.
It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own ways, time for the chorus.
It just gives you just a whole other dimension, you know? So we'll leave it down. It's a special effect.
If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way. Can't wait for another day. Time's gonna slip away. If it pleases you,
All right, so now we got that, and then 2 here. This is the same.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own ways, time for the chorus.
Okay.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own ways, time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the
And then we kind of want to throw like a pro EQ, I think, just on here, right? And we don't need any of this. We just need cut a shelf, low cut, and 18. There's no 18. Okay. 24, and we're just gonna.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own ways, time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. Time's gonna slip away. If you please.
I really, you know what? Since we have plugin alliance, you basically need plugin alliance for this. We're gonna Kirchhoff. It's just not worth dealing with that thing. All right, here we go. Please tell me this is the only problem is without. I don't know if that's the audio UNIS version or the. Let me redock this thing. All right. Okay. Background vocal effects. Okay.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you
One thing
down,
I'm just
time to
doing
cut
is a
the
high
cord.
pass
You're
for
on the
now.
path, move forward. Don't stand in your own ways, time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. Time's gone. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward.
It's just so you don't get
stand
bunny
in
stuff.
your own ways, time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day.
And then I feel like whatever this is obviously needs something.
If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way.
This could just be.
For another day. Time's gonna slip away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own ways, time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. Time's gonna slip
I realize this is like based on my microphone, so maybe I'll just I'll mute that node there. And we'll copy this for the vocal effects also. I don't need to see that, so let's just get the same. Oh, I have it already actually on there. That's great. Okay, the vocal effects has this. Oh, I have a whole fancy thing on it. All right, cool. All right, and we'll save that. And just keep moving. Keep on moving.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down, time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own ways, time for the chorus. Can't wait for another
But this might be this has been what? I don't like to stream for more than 2 hours at a time, and we're at what, 125, an hour and a half. I can get it. I can get maybe this whole thing done here. Let's just go ahead real quick. We're just gonna throw those delays on that we had in the other end, and let's see here. And this is gonna be kind of a trial and error thing for me. I might leave both sets of plugins in one, and then save them separate or something. I don't know. All right, here's the 8th delay one. Our quarter. Okay, this is the wrong one. This is the quarter delay. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me remove that. Let me get the 8th delay. I think for the background vocal bus, I didn't do a quarter delay because like there's really no need to have background vocals delayed and cluttering up everything was my logic anyway. So just run with that, and then this will be going into background vocal effects also. All right, and then we have background Valhalla vintage verb. So we hit a wall here. I don't have. I'm gonna leave it on here for now. If you don't have this, it's okay. Background vocal effects and background verb. And we want to switch this to one of these. I like that 60 thing. What is that called? The B better maker. BM60. I think it's going to work just fine for background reverb here. I'm not even going to mess with this too much. I think the background reverb could be this one here in the room setting, and maybe just this. Actually, we'll keep it short so it doesn't get cluttered. We'll even turn the ducker on a little bit, and just gonna leave it like that for now. Just go blind with this, just so that we're getting there. And then I need to duplicate this so that we have a. So we want to send. Let's make sure everything's getting sent to. So we have Valhalla chorus. Then we have the 8th note one. Background 8th note. Same. We want to send to background Valhalla. And this is going to be one of those that you just kind of turn off maybe. And then we're going to have background verb. We can leave that one on and turn it down a bit. And I think that's probably a decent starting point for like just opening it up and throwing a vocal on, or then just throwing background vocals into something so they don't sound so dry and gross. If you're just getting here, we're just doing a. Then I can remove this. We don't need that. Now we have the curve here, and let me make sure I have the updated curve. 15. I think 15 is the newest one. Okay. This part needs to be just a little bit smoother, and I couldn't quite get it there, but it's fine. All right. So I think this is a much better starting point. Let me just press play and just kind of mix sort of.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down. Time to cut the cord. You're on the path. Move forward. Don't stand in your own ways.
I'm muting the background vocal, so this is just sort of
heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down.
Trying to figure out.
You're on the path. Move forward. Don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding. Move forward, don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down. Time to cut the cord. You're on the path. Move forward, don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day.
Are we sent? Yeah. All right.
If it pleases you.
I know this looks really convoluted, and it kind of is. It's just one of those things where, like, you don't want to have to do this every session. You don't want to just set this up every session. The bass multiplier, I learned to take that out. So that is a big fix. And the same with this bass multiplier down.
No heroes here to hold the floor. It's holding.
And that should sound better. And. Why is this all muted? Don't know. Okay.
No heroes here to hold the floor. It's holding you down. Time to cut the cord. You're on the path. Move forward. Don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus. Can't wait for another.
And since we are Plugin Alliance, we could actually throw like some bus compressors, stuff like that on here. I'm going to leave this kind of blank for now until I really like tweak this a little more. But for now, this is the template. And then let's mess with the background vocals.
No heroes here to hold the fort. It's holding you down. Time to cut the cord. You're on the path. Move forward. Don't stand in Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way. We'll follow the day. Just go slip away. If it pleases you.
So I think I actually might just send this delay to the background verb here. But just like a tiny bit, maybe, just so that it's
No heroes here, hold the fort.
actually, yeah.
No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding me down.
And so this
Heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding me down.
background verb needs to go to the background effects. Background effects. There we go. Okay.
No heroes here, hold the fort. It's holding me down. Time to cut the cord. You're on the path, move forward. Don't stand in your own ways. Time for the chorus. Can't wait for another day. Time's gonna slip away. If it pleases you, I guess I'll stay. Don't get me wrong, we'll find a way. Can't wait for another.
Okay.
No heroes here to hold the fort.
Still feels muddy to me, so I think I'm not gonna release this yet. Still, if you're in VIP Songwriters or BAP mixing, you're still getting the previous vocal run template with Melda plugins, but soon this will be available in these plugins in Plugin Alliance. And unfortunately, I don't think I can do it with stock plugins yet. It's just, I mean, I could. It would just be very tedious getting it to sound right. I don't know. I know technically you can, but and maybe that is something to do eventually. But for now, I can't recommend Plugin Alliance stuff enough. So, yeah. Anything you wanted to add? So I've kind of replaced all of the Melda ones, and I'm going to leave them in this template and then save it as a new template. Actually, I should do that right now before I forget. And then save as templates. Oh, this is how you save templates, guys. Let me show you this. So you saw when I opened the session that I opened a template. So we can do the same thing and save as, oh, whoops, cancel. Save as template. And then this is the Vocal Run Plugin Alliance edit one, I guess. I don't know. Actually, Plugin Alliance edit. This is not replacing anything. We have some other ones here. We don't need to replace them. We're going to put get songs done. JSD's version of Jesse Ray Ernster's Vox Run templates in Studio One. Look at all of this. Okay, there we go. Save. Okay, so now I can just open this up by itself. And what I really should have done is deleted all of this audio. But since I'm still kind of working on it and tweaking it, I'm gonna leave this audio in here until I can get it perfect. So for now, when I open this, it will be like that. But when I save the newer one for you guys in VIP Songwriters, then it will not have my vocals in there. So don't worry about that. And you'll also still have the curve already saved as a preset on the master output, which makes more sense since it's Plugin Alliance. So having everything Plugin Alliance makes a lot of sense, plus some free Valhalla plugins, plus Valhalla Verb if you have it, because it's on every album. So that's kind of where we're at. Make sure that you watch if you're really curious, make sure you watch, I don't know how I ended up here, but you can watch me make this song from scratch in the playlist up there, right? Am I looking the right way? Yes. Okay. And also YouTube will recommend a video up here. And thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the new subscribers. I know there's a bunch. I probably bored most of you. out of your minds. But thanks for the new subscribers. Thanks for the likes and sharing the ones that make more sense. And if you're stuck, again, there's a video on the main page about being stuck in your songwriting. There's the song. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. This thing, the songwriting remedy. And also, if you're just like can't get out of bed stuck, there's whole kinds of stuff on the other channel, the Jakey Wakey channel, which is the music and I guess self-help. I don't know what, just random stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you. In stream.